Previously on Rupert's housemate hunt.
So I'm throwing a house party and inviting the 10 potential housemates along, plus a couple of their friends and a few of mine, and just trying to get to know each other a bit better.
So Rupert, who are you going to pick then?
Hello, welcome, come in. So the new housemates have moved in. We're having a housewarming today. We've got some friends coming around as well as a few ex-housemates who might be able to give them some tips on life in their house. I found Amy through speed flatmating in 2013. I did use SpareRoom then, but I've often found that reality didn't meet my expectations, having read people's messages and advert. You know, and often know within seconds of meeting someone that we weren't going to click. Whereas with speed flatmating it was great because you start with that essential first impression. And I really wanted to bring some of that to the online experience, so I added the ability to add a video to your advert. There's so much you instinctively pick up on in a face-to-face meeting that no amount of messaging can ever replicate. And it works so much better than I ever imagined. By encouraging those who applied to add a video to their Room Wanted advert, I found that the vast majority of people I met I could have lived with, which of course made my decision so much harder. So the funny thing is that neither of the people who ended up moving in had particularly exciting or entertaining videos. They were just chatting to camera. But I got a real sense that we'd get on, and it turned out to be true. So should we go meet them?
Hello.
Hello, I brought you a film crew.
I think that a lot of people thought this whole thing was like a competition, and that you had to have some sort of fancy video and all the rest of it to get in. And what surprised me was that he was just incredibly genuine and sincere about the whole thing. And the pay what you can afford thing, like, he really meant it. He said all his previous housemates had done the same thing. So yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised.
I was anxious that people might perceive this as a competition or cheap game show and only attract Big Brother types. But instead I got a really diverse range of great people. I decided to film my search this time because I wanted to show people that looking for housemates can be fun, rewarding, and really brings people together. Not just people you end up moving in with, but all the people you meet along the way. There are so many empty rooms in properties across the UK, as well as people overstretching themselves to afford a one-bed place. So I think it's so important to spread this message that living with the right people beats living on your own. So should we go and meet the second housemate? Let's go. Hey Colin. Your turn now. Sorry. I'll be downstairs.
Okay. Hey. I think when you're by yourself, to create movement and momentum, it's really difficult. And when you have other people with you, it's like wind in your sails. And I can, bounce off Ivanka or bounce off Rupert. I see what they're up to, and it reminds me life keeps on going, and you just need to throw yourself into it, open yourself up to possibilities. And then they'll introduce you to their friends. I've met heaps of people, and it's just really cool. You just start feeling the possibilities become more real. Life just feels alive. There have been some opportunities that have come up. Ivanka, in her really characteristically direct way, was like, "Colin, what do you do?" And then I told her what I did, and she was like, "Well, we're hiring some people, so I'm gonna put your name forward," and that was really cool. So we're gonna see how that goes. Fingers crossed.
I don't know if it came across during the house party episode, but I really struggled to make a decision. Honestly, I could have happily lived with any of them. I was quite worried that the whole process would make the more outgoing people stand out. But in the end, it just came down to who I clicked with, and I couldn't be happier with the two housemates I ended up with. I remember I got a really good vibe from Colin's video. He came across as laid back, yet upbeat and optimistic kind of guy who's really passionate about his music. And it's certainly going to be really nice to hear my granny's piano being played again. Ivanka's video was just a chat about nothing in particular, but it really showed her sharp sense of humour as well as a softer side to her personality, Randall's marshmallow factor. I think like many, she sees flatmates as a potential surrogate family when she's so far away from her family home in South Africa. But yeah, we immediately gelled and had a real laugh together. So, thanks for following my journey. It's been lots of fun. For those who share, I hope you've picked up some tips. I know I've learnt a lot along the way. And for those who don't, who knows, maybe I've inspired you to do the same. Thanks for coming.